Okay, let's make sure that we have our cell phones off, and then we're going to go ahead and start so we don't get the echo. So hello everybody, and welcome to a super special edition of the Music and Music Show. It's going to be a delightful one because I'm well excited. Wonders, magic is coming to my town. It's not too often that national things happen here. We have a lot of local stuff going on, but not very often that we have out of state things happening in our town. So I'm particularly excited. So this is EGBE MBIWAN MONJIMBO, and I'm coming to you on Vosaworld Radio. I have two gentlemen with me here who are going to go ahead and introduce themselves, and maybe by what they say, you are going to figure out exactly why they are here. So we'll start with the gentleman right there with the smile and the white polo. Go ahead, sir.
Well, greetings, Cancer. Greetings to all the viewers out there. Bertrand FOTE is my name, and I wear many hats, but today I'm sitting here as the president of SOBA-AMERICA, and I'm excited to have a discussion with you today.
Welcome, and we're going to turn things over to the other gentleman wearing the blue version of the same kind of shirt. So go ahead, sir. Who are you?
Hi, my name is NICO. I'm the chairman for the SOBA 2023 convention in Charlotte, and glad to be on your show.
You're very welcome. So some people have heard SOBAN, they've heard that stuff, and the people who listen to this show, even as far as Asia, and they're going SOBAN, what is that? So I happen to know that it is tied to a college called St. Joseph's College, SASSE, and I guess somebody's going to want to tell us a little brief history of the school. So who's going to do that for us?
Yeah, I'll do it. So St. Joseph's College, SASSE, is the oldest college in the Anglo-Saxon part of Cameroon, Western Cameroon, as it used to be back in the days. It was founded by the Mill Hill missionaries in 1939. It stands near the BUEA mountain, high above the sea, as our college anthem says it. That's really where it is. It's a very prestigious school. It has produced some of the greatest minds in Cameroon and abroad. And so we're really excited to be ex-students of St. Joseph's College SASSE. SOBA means SASSE Old Boys Association. And the SOBAN is an ex-student who belongs to one of the associations. So it could be regional, it could be national, it could be local. So once you belong in the association, you are officially a SOBAN, even though sometimes you use the term loosely.
Correct. That is something that we are trying to be all very particular about, because I happen to come from a sister school, Second Baptist College, and people just say accents and throw it around there. And it's not everybody that comes from the school who's an accent. The EXA is the name of an association that people pay dues and things to belong to. So we have a distinction between secarates, you just come from the school, and then accents. Do you have that kind of distinction? Like if somebody came from St. Joseph's College SASSE and wasn't a member of SOBA, what are they called?
Then ex-students of SASSE. That's really what they are.
There's no actual name.
For social reasons, a lot of times we just use the term loosely, right? We just call you a SOBAN even though you may not belong. But when it comes to doing official work, when it comes to being serious, that distinction is there. SOBAN is a member of SASSE Old Boys Association, a member of the association.
It's an association with rules and regulations, rights and obligations. So I guess where that's coming from. So I would ask both of you to take turns. What is it that gives you the pride of being a SOBAN? Because I'm seeing you all smiling here, and I can see your shoulders are squared. You're not sitting there drooping, and I can see the pride in you. Where does it come from? What is it born of, that pride? And I'm sure it's an individual thing. It may vary per person. So let's start with you, Mr. President. What is it for you?
We pride ourselves on being few, proud, and different, and that's our reason. We are a very strong brotherhood. Our mantra is being your brother's keeper. And as SOBANs, we always come together, to be there for one another, to be there for the school and the students, giving back to our alma mater. And just that brotherhood, those bonds that we created, that were formed back in those walls in SASSE are so strong. Some of our strongest partnerships are still from the days in SASSE, and that's really what makes us unique. there's just that SOBAN thing. We call it the SOBAN way, the SOBAN spirit. It's hard to explain, but it's real, it's strong, and it's palpable.
Yep. Mr. NICO, what is it for you?
Again, just as the president mentioned, you know, it's just that pride. I mean, this is something that has been passed in generation. I'm a SOBAN child, not only a SOBAN myself, I'm a SOBAN child. And I saw the pride in my parents, how, you know, the camaraderie among his friends, you know, the networking among his friends. It's something I enjoy and always look forward to continue.
Right. I am sitting here and I'm a daughter of a SOBAN. And you see, you just inherit what you see. Whatever our parents take seriously, we tend to take seriously. My dad didn't belong to that many associations, but he didn't mess with his SOBAN thing. In fact, I will tell you a funny story. When I was about to get married, one of my aunts said, have you gone and talked to your father about what he intends to wear to walk you down the aisle? Because for all we know, he's planning on wearing that his SOBAN blazer. And lo and behold, that is what he had directing and was hanging on a hanger, and that's what he was planning on wearing. It was his thing. I wish I had put the picture. That's what he was very proud of. And the rest of us have bought the whole thing because we saw the way it carried them. We're sitting here. That was what sent us to school pretty much, because had he not got that education there, where would we be? So that is the thing. So I had to throw my own little bit in there. I don't know any someone who's embarrassed at having come from that school. That's pretty much the whole deal. So you mentioned SOBA. There's, I guess, SOBA all over the world where there are SOBANs. So there's what's going on in Cameroon. Then there's SOBA-AMERICA that you are the president of. And then there's SOBA-Carolinas, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the reason why we are even here and tooting our horns and everything, and I'm so excited, is because this year, it looks like the convention is happening here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so when we say SOBA-Carolinas, it is not just North Carolina, right?
Correct.
It's North and South.
Yes.
North and South Carolina. Yeah. Okay, so how long, let me ask Mr. NICO, how long has SOBA-Carolinas, the group, been existing?
So since 2015, am I correct, President FOTE?
That is
yes.
Correct. Yes.
Yes, since 2015, you know, actually we were lucky to have our first president was President FOTE. Then he had just gone and he was a vice president national. So he brought, you know, us together, and since then we've been a very strong chapter.
Right. I know it has to be at least be 2015, because I know that 2016, if you'll give me a minute, 2016, I need to go to bring my archives right out and share my screen right here for a second. I'm going to skip past this for a minute. Okay, let's skip past this for a minute before we come back to this. I'm trying to find this. There it was. There it was right here. If you can see my screen here, it says Charlotte, North Carolina, November 11th to 13th in 2016. And you all had this big deal. And we're all excited. Can you see the flyer I'm showing?
Yes, yes.
Yes, for sure.
And at the time, I remember proudly buying my ticket. I don't necessarily go to everything in this town, but for me, it was important. I proudly bought this ticket right here. And already the ticket told you to expect something interesting, because this is not your average ticket. Already you see there. So
that's the SOBAN way.
The SOBAN way. Sometimes you see the ticket, it looks like a raffle ticket. Somebody's giving, or they say, just come, we'll look at them for a list. Then that's all you get. But I looked at this and I said, wow. And then the back of it, this was it. This is the school, right?
That's yes, correct.
This is school right there at the back of it. And at the time, this group pretty much, I'm guessing you're about the same, or maybe a few more.
No, we've grown significantly larger.
You've grown larger. Okay, because I'm trying to see, there is Mr. FOTE right there, Dr. FOTE, because he keeps on saying Bertrand FOTE, and you forget that he's a doctor right there. And where are you, NICO, in this picture? Are you in this picture?
Am I? Yeah, but I'm hiding like right.
There you are. There you are, right here, right here, behind Madame's hair.
There you go.
Right there, and of course that's the first lady right there too. Yes, I'm looking at this and I'm smiling. I'm already excited for you all. So, well, I'm going to go back now. I was scrolling and scrolling, so let me go back to
that picture was from a Valentine's Day dinner that we threw for our spouses.
That's the red and the black.
As we call them. Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then now let me go to the beginning where I started, which is the main reason why we are here doing this now, which is, let me start with the very first one, this one right here. So who's going to tell us about this before we come back to just us right here? What's going on here?
So this year, I'll take that since I'm the chairman. So this year, every year, SOBA, they go around the country to the various chapters for their convention.
Right.
And this year, we happen to be the one that won the bid to host this convention. And it's going to be from...
Hold on a minute. It was a bid, like you bid for it?
Yes, you bid for it. You bid for it. You campaign for it. You bid for it. And then they vote who hosts the next convention. So we won that vote.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You know. So we won the vote we're supposed to have hosted like 2 or 3 years back, but COVID, of course, we had to suspend it. So we are now hosting in 2023. And our convention normally take place Memorial Weekend. So we are doing it Friday, the 26th through the 28th. We'll be hosting SOBANs and non-SOBANs all over the world that will be attending this convention.
That's excellent. And this flyer actually, for those who when this is going to eventually get on YouTube, they'll be able to see that. I'm leaving it on the screen for a little bit. There is Friday happening there, a soccer tournament, golf, tennis, welcome dinner, cultural night. On Saturday, an annual general assembly and the gala night, and then Sunday, sporting events, barbecue, and match past. That one, I need to find my little cell phone and go stand there. And do this one live to actually see the various batches go by.
Yeah, you can actually pick your father's batch and match if you want.
Fantastic idea, fantastic idea. I'm going to bring myself. Go and get a carpenter right now. Go and get a carpenter right now to write. He got in he graduated in 1943. But then I think then they only had like 3 years of the school.
Okay.
3 or 4, because he graduated in 1943 and had to go. He was Professor Nomangu's classmate.
Oh, so the first batch.
Okay.
The two of them had to be sent to Nigeria, to Ibadan, to go finish there because the school was done.
Yeah.
And the interesting fact, now that you mentioned the late Professor Nomangu, he is actually the one that founded SOBA in Ibadan in 1947.
There you go.
He and his friends decided that it was important for this brotherhood to stay strong, and that vision of his is what has propelled SOBA worldwide into a global phenomenon.
Fantastic. I mean, I know that history so much because of how close those two were really close. In fact, when Professor Nomangu, my dad pretty much was the last person who just closed the whole thing on their class because they're all gone now. He was pretty much Professor Nomangu passed on, and then my father wrote a tribute, and that actually made me weep to see what he wrote there. In fact, I had printed that thing and put it somewhere here. I will read it maybe down the road. Oh, this is it right here. Give me a minute and let me just read it to you. It says, and it came to pass that in the month of March 1926, a son named Victor Anoma was born to the Ngu family of Bafochu, Bamenda. 11 months before, in the month of April 1925, another son named Godfrey Ebai had been born to the MBIWAN family of Bisangabang, Mamfe. These two boys in their mid-teens met in SASSE village in January 1941. Together, climbed the hill to St. Joseph's College, SASSE, and there enrolled with the admission numbers 176 and 178. After 3 years in SJC SASSE, the two boys found their way to Government College Ibadan, Nigeria. This is him dictating this on the phone when he heard his friend had died. He says, right. And he would write and say, put a comma there, put a full stop. And
that's a real someone.
Yes.
Perfection.
Yes. Then he says, firm and fast friends all through the years, both boys became old men. Now it has pleased the Lord God Almighty to call Victor back home to himself in eternity. In heartfelt tribute to salute your transition, Anoma, and in total loss and inability to invent original expressions, let me recall and modify as best I can some lines from Thomas Gray and Henry Longfellow. He said, put a colon, I put the colon. He It says, the lives of great men departing leave behind footprints on the sands of time, footprints that another seeing shall take heart again. You rest your head, Anoma, upon the lap of earth, having been known to fame and fortune in medicine and science. And you now rest your head on the bosom of your father and your God. Adieu, Victor Anoma, Motographist, that was his name for him. Then adieu till we meet again to part no more, MBIWAN, Utobayangi. So they call this, you see, you read stuff like this, and then you know, this was 1920 something that they were born, 1940 something that they met. They passed away. I think this thing, if I look at the date on it, this was 2011, thereabouts when this happened. Look at the bond from that time all the way to now. Proudly so. So lately, just not long ago, Professor Nasser passed away. And I was talking to Mr. Jobo Kevin, who was supposed to come and be on a show, do a recording like this. And he was saying, I'm so sorry, but I have to go to Bayangam. I think it's the way he was going. Yes. That's where the burial is going to be. And for me, it was like, no debate, don't even go there. This is a very important thing. Somebody else may have been saying, so can't you do it before? I got the message because I know it's important to them. So bad came when my dad died, the drapes, the casket, they sang. Their wives, widows of the other who had passed on sang. It is a really fantastic brotherhood. So I applaud you all, the younger generation, for keeping it going. So now, the convention proper, what everybody's coming here for. I've seen that there are tournaments and there are things exactly. I didn't even ask you to introduce your executive, so everybody can get the recognized, Mr. NICO. So who else is doing this along with you?
So for our chapter, we have our president, Ngale Mongo, he's in Raleigh.
Okay.
And then we have the treasurer, we call him CFO. Andu Agbo is here in Charlotte, and the secretary is Daniel Tasso in Raleigh also. So that's the executive, but we also have committees. So every member of SOBA Carolina is a member of a committee. Most of them are chairs for the various committee. We have the hospitality committee, sporting committee, outreach committee, so we have, every member is very active and involved in a committee. So the entire chapter is very engaged in this endeavor.
Because people are if you did a bid for it, you won the bid, you have to deliver.
Yeah, it was interesting.
You have to deliver. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that you will deliver, because I know the group, I know the guys in it, I know their spouses in it to more bousculeurs, if I could call them that, they are going to make it happen. I'm, I think, more excited than you all your own selves. How are the preparations going? Everything going good? What are you trying to, dotting the I's and crossing the T's? What's being done so far?
So yeah, we're doing very good. We're dotting our I's, dotting the T's. This convention in particular, we are terming it the VIP convention. So it is about our guests. We want you all, when you come there, to feel great. So we've got extra miles. I mean, for our Soban wives, we've prepared an Zumba exercise for them. We're having, for the younger Sobans, they wanted to have a sporting activity. So we're having a competition starting on Friday, and on Sunday, we're having the finals. For those who want to come even early, we have already arranged how to welcome them. But again, trust me, it's a convention of its time. It's really going to be a VIP treatment. Our guests who attend the gala, they would know that this is serious matter. It's classy matter.
Yes.
Yes.
I bought myself a VIP ticket and I'm waiting to be wined and dined. I tell you, I'm going
So you might concentrate on the wine and dine, but trust me, there's going to be so much.
A lot more than that.
Yes. Maybe you need to come with a suitcase to carry things back home.
Don't tell me twice. I'm going to go empty my tote bag I take with me. So I carry my little purse, my little evening purse, plus Ghana must go.
Yeah, but yeah,
Ghana must go
your
back.
soiree post has to be a Ghana must go,
Ghana-
go kind of it, yes.
No. We are definitely excited about it. And I know you don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but you've already mentioned most of the things, what the highlights are going to be. The soccer tournament, I wasn't too sure how that's working. Are people coming with their own teams? Are these ready-made teams? So an existing team is coming to play or what?
Yeah, so one of the things that we've always tried to do in SOBA-AMERICA is create an all-inclusive organization. And I reached out to some of the younger folks and said, what can we do to get you guys more engaged? And the two things that we're going to do with this convention. The first one is have a career workshop during our General Assembly, where folks with different career interests, when they register for the convention, they say what their interests are. I'll have a discussion, and that will feed into a mentorship program that we already have going on. So that's number one. But the second thing is the soccer tournament. And so what we've done is we've divided SOBA-AMERICA into 3 teams. So different chapters will form 3 teams. And then the local community, so Charlotte Veterans Club, will be the 4th team. And so there'll be a semi-final games on Friday. And we're inviting the entire community to come because it won't just be soccer. It'll be fun. You know, the whole weekend is going to be fun, crazy, crazy fun. And so semi-finals on Friday, you know, we'll have a good time. And then the 2 winners will advance to the final game that will be on Sunday during the barbecue.
Oh, I get it.
And just to add on the Friday, it's again, as the president mentioned, it's not just going to be soccer. We're going to have a live barbecue. We're going to have other games, live music playing. So it's really going to be just total fun ambience.
So everybody can find
networking.
Yes, everybody can find their niche there, what they like. The soccer person, go do the barbecue. Another barbecue person, go network.
Yeah, and we even plan to have some hand games, you know, some, you know, that different. Is
that Ludo? I'm Ludo.
You never know.
I'm shaking my age.
We can pass it to the committee to look for
shake.
Ludo and
Ludo, you shake the thing. I press 6.
We're hoping Tabala and all those things.
Hey,
how about Bizet? You know?
You'll be very surprised. What the child in us can come out even at this age. Go do it. Even that the tire thing and you push it with a stick. The tire, you push the thing along with the stick. All those kinds of things. It's
all about having a great time. It's all about having a great time. A remarkable experience. That's what we.
You chose the right weekend, so nobody is stressed about work on Monday.
Yeah.
Because you have Monday off, so you have the time to just travel back and relax a little bit, unwind a bit, and go back to work. And then the weather too is going to be cooperating because it's the kind of weather, the season when it's not too hot like summer, when it's so hot and you get really just drained, but it's not cold either. So that's a perfect timing right there. So you've already talked a lot about what's special, what's unique, and so I guess the surprises. So we have to wait to see what's going to be in the Mokuta bag.
That's right.
Down the road. So do we need to know about, are you sold out already, or are you letting people know what tickets cost and that kind of thing, how they can get one in case somebody is still listening now and only trying to get a ticket?
Oh, you want me to take it? Okay. So for Friday, we have, you're paying for 3 different, you know, so Friday, it's $25 to attend our welcome gala.
Okay.
And it's food and, you know, music, you buy your drinks. Saturday,
the theme of Friday is traditional.
Traditional.
So we'll come up with some traditional, outfits so we can celebrate our culture.
Find your kaba, find your country clothes.
You can come like a Nyankwe.
That's or come with them ready for the money with the big euro. Let's go. So it is a traditional one. Good. So that's Friday for the $25. And then people can pick and choose, or do you have to get it?
No, you can pick and choose. You can choose just to come on Friday, you can choose to come on Saturday, whatever you choose to.
Okay. Then the Saturday per se is what's going on Saturday itself.
So the Saturday is a formal gala. It's $100 for a regular ticket. And you know, for the regular ticket, you know, you can have meal. But we have the VIP experience on Saturday. There's a VIP experience for the entire weekend. But for the VIPs, they get unlimited drinks, they get a gift, there are different things that shows that you are you're a VIP. So we have a VIP, and that goes, so a VIP table is $3,000 for 10 people. So if you can get 10 people, you get your VIP. We have also tried to manage, and because there are folks who just want to buy their tickets for their wives and VIP, we've managed to try to group them and get so that we can get a full VIP. But the sale for VIP ends on the 11th. After the 11th, we're not selling any VIP. So that's what we have. That's what we go for, because we need to prepare for our VIPs.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just taking that VIP thing very seriously. I'm going to start fasting.
You better. It's gonna be remarkable.
Right.
I think I would like all our patrons to know is our convention is cashless. The whole weekend is going to be cashless. So we'll have multiple methods of electronic payments, credit cards, Zelle, if you want to cash out, whatever. We'll have stations, but it's fully cashless.
Correct. And I saw you all high tech there. The flyers that you have the scan, the scan for you to just go ahead and scan the thing and take care. You all have always been innovative and on the advanced, on the upgraded end. So it's not a matter of like necessarily going to a website and doing all the clicking things. Each flyer that I saw had the QR scan barcode thing there for you to just simply scan and go ahead and get you your ticket. So that's awesome. So what about Sunday though?
So for Sunday, it's going to be Match Pass again. That's when we play the finals for the soccer competition. And then there's live barbecue again and other sports. So Sunday is a bigger Friday.
Correct. So the leisure things are on either end. The pièce de résistance itself, the big thing is Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
So when do you all do your own business, SOBANs? Like, okay, the members of the association, when do you do your business? Because I know that's important to you.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's fun, there's also business to be conducted. So it will be on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then right after that, we'll have mass. And so all Sudanese will be, and the rest of the community will be invited, to come and join us in mass, and then we'll have lunch, and then people will go out for a break before the gala at night.
Go fix their hair, fix their eyelashes and everything ready. I trust you too. I cannot wait to see what you both look like on that day. Very serious nœud papillon, to go. That is awesome. You seem to be very well prepared, and that's no surprise to me because you are both are very meticulous people who know how to plan things. So we're counting on that. So I've heard you mention already, what's the role of the ladies? I saw a lady in one of the flyers who's doing the sports thing, who's doing some kind of the Zumba. Let me find that particular flyer again. Let's see here. It wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. No, the community side right here.
Okay. Yep. So this year, actually, the one of the themes of this convention, we normally get that from the national organization. That's on FOTE. It comes down to us, was health.
Okay.
The welfare. So while we are having our business meeting, we decided that, okay, the women that wants to register, we got Sandy to do some exercise with them. It's going to be a fun exercise, Zumba music and whatever. I don't know. Yes,
not the real frightening, strenuous
one. No. Some nice dancing and exercise,
So you're getting your heart rate going, but you're not like you're suffering.
At least, yes, they could learn some steps before the night, so they can use it in the night. Yes.
She's a professional trainer, so she will do her thing, and she's always amazing. So
people do need to register for that, right?
Yes. So you can just go on our website and register for that activity. Yes.
So it is open to the public. It's not just. Is it just the wives of?
It's for the SOBAN wives.
So look at that. That is so unfair.
If you're bad, sister, so my child.
you know,
Trust me,
I
I'm
mean,
just running back.
that's also our own way of
I
giving
saw those
back.
abs. I saw those abs on that lady, and I said, "Oh Lord, have mercy." So I trust me. I'm just pulling your legs. I was like, oh, Facebook. I'm just keeping my sanity for the Saturday night. I'm just waiting the count. I should buy a calendar and start crossing out the days and count down. So
No.
that's a good thing that you're thinking about the wives. Anything for the children, meaning, okay, because I know the tournaments, you all right.
Correct.
And what is happening for the children? Somebody will say, okay, if I bring my children with me, what would they be doing all weekend? Anything planned for them?
Yes, bring your children. You know, SOBA-AMERICA is a family. We always encourage family, and so we're working on getting a tour of the city for the families, the wives that are not going to be participating in the exercise activity, the kids, you know. So during the meeting, they can go and enjoy the beautiful Queen City and the sights, and then they'll come back just in time for lunch with us.
Perfect. So it's like it's a family activity. You load all your family and come on down. And there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. The dads, the moms, the children. Okay, so
and there shouldn't, and we also provide babysitting during the convention. So you don't need to be worried when you're going to the gala. There's some accommodation for you.
Because that's something that really is a determining factor for people. Yeah, like what's going to happen to my children? So they don't come to the event, to the whole convention, because what's going to happen to the children? Yeah. And then you don't quite want a gala too, where as you're trying to do your little ballet, mom, somebody's pulling at your skirt.
No.
Pulling at your skirt there and going, that doesn't really help you enjoy anything. And if you are there and you're not too sure what's happening to your kid, then you're not enjoying yourself either. So that's a very smart thing to have done, to plan ahead, so the kids are in good hands, and then you can come and enjoy yourselves.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So at this rate, are you doing? Most people do galas during a convention, and they're raising funds for something. Is this one of the cases or not? Are you raising funds for something?
Yes, it is. We're raising funds for our scholarship endowment program. We started a scholarship fund a few years back, and we've been giving scholarships to kids back in Cameroon and SASSE. We stopped when we had the crisis, the Anglophone crisis, and then COVID. And so last year we resumed that process. We had SOBA-AMERICA Day in SASSE, where we gave scholarships to over 40 kids and did some other things in the school. So our goal is to raise money to create an endowment fund to sustain these programs year in, year out. So that's what the fundraising will be for during the convention.
I would say that's a very worthy thing, because there's some people who, without that, they don't get to get the education. And when you do that for one person, then it has a ripple effect, because that one person that you educated there educates their family, and the family educates somebody else. That is the story here. I'm telling you, living proof. When that dad died and we went home to bury him, one of his friends came and said, "Oh, you must be so and so." I said, "Yes." He says, "I was your father's classmate in primary school in Lesotho." That's what he actually mentioned the place. And I looked at the dear man, and I said to myself, had my dad not done that trekking and gone to SASSE back in the day, this would be me. I'd be there too in the village carrying water in the well, like everything. It is that sacrifice, and it is that things like benevolence, like what you're talking about, that gives one person a chance, that changes the story for his entire family and then generations to come. And that's the whole deal. To have gone through something that you're proud of and then share that what you have got, give back. Give back is the important thing. So each time I see a project that has been done in SASSE, I looked at the bathrooms. There was a picture, I saw the bathrooms and everything looking pretty good, like anybody's home. I was like, this is awesome. Then there's a little fire before you can say, okay, there's been a fire here and the mattresses were all burnt. I see some new mattresses being supplied. That's the way it should be. So I want to applaud you all and say it's a wonderful thing that you are doing your own bits to continue your dad's and your predecessors' legacy down the road, generation after generation, because the new ones will see what you're doing and be encouraged to do likewise. So I know you all are busy men and busy preparing. I'm going to go ahead and start asking you for last words. What do you want to say? What do you want your public to know? Go ahead, who's ready?
Before I say the last word, just you talked about giving back. I also want to say we're not only giving back to SASSE back home, but we recognize that we live here. And it's important for us to also give back to our community. So starting last year at our conventions, we do a community service activity to give back to the local community. And that's what we'll be doing this year. It's going to be on Friday from 9 o'clock to noon at the Second Harvest Food Bank, where we'll have Sobans and Sobanese and whoever wants to join us as part of our team to go on for 3 hours and do community service and give back to the community. The mayor of Charlotte is very impressed with that. I was very happy. Unfortunately, she can't make it to the convention, but she's sent us her greetings, a very nice, warm letter, which we'll share with servants, because things like this are important for our community.
They really are. We may not realize it, but in this country, we're only from paycheck to paycheck, and where you are just a paycheck away from disaster, it's not as if everybody who's needing the food bank is because they were lazy, never did anything with their lives. Something happened, even illness, and you miss those rough days and you find yourself needing food. This is not like in Cameroon where maybe you have your Njama farm, just go cut. I mean, you will not starve. It's hard to say anybody in Cameroon who died of starvation. How do you die of starvation? There's some place somewhere somebody will give you something to eat, or a farm somewhere. Here, that's not how it works. You have to go to the grocery store and you don't have the money for it, then you starve. Then you go to a shelter. So when you do things like that and give to those places, I know I have been in the school system for the longest time. People are worried when the summer comes and the school cafeteria is not open, because there are many kids who get their only meals from that school cafeteria.
That's true.
So that's when you fund the food banks like this, then they're going to get something to eat over the summer to take them over, to tide them over. So that's a very good thing to think about. Not just your school where you're from, but the place where you actually, your second home, your country of adoption. Take care of them too. We are going to say something, Nico.
No, I'm just going to say SOBA Carolina is ready for this convention. We're welcoming everybody. We'll start on Thursday and we'll be ready for anyone that comes to our convention to have a good time and join the brotherhood to celebrate another milestone. So please.
How many years? How many years is SOBA-AMERICA? Because I asked about SOBA Carolina's years. How many?
33 years. This is our 33rd annual convention. 33.
Really? You know, I don't know. I'm horrible at arithmetic, which means I cannot do the math from 2023 to 33. When did it start?
1990.
Oh wow. Do you have members from then still on?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
we have members that attended every single
one. The first president is always here, always on time.
What's his name by any chance?
Quintus, and I will also call him GW for George Washington. That's right.
That's a good name to give him. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Yes. Oh, that is really, really awesome. That shows longevity. It's going to continue. When somebody has been there who keeps on coming, I cannot wait to actually meet that gentleman to say, oh, interesting. It's a walking piece of history right there. And then the anthem singing, that is something that I cannot wait to see. It's always hilarious. I will not go to the quarrel that we had between whether Seka copied SASSE's anthem or not. Neither would I go with the boys running around because of Seka girls. One person right here who ran, who did Seka girl and got one. So I won't go to those debates, not today, but it's a whole happy thing for me. I'm excited, as I told you. I think I'm more excited than some Sobans and some Sobanese actually. So I only wish you the very best as you plan. We pray for safety. We pray for travel mercies and people come in safety while they're here and travel mercies when they go back. And then at the end of this, they will say the Carolinas just rock. And next time, you don't even have to bid. They'll just say, please just take us back. Can we come back? Can we just come back over there? So thank you, gentlemen, for taking time out to come and be here and tell us about what you have planned. It's a pleasure for me. It's been an honor. Anything else?
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much. And if I can ask the president permission, you should come and march on Sunday. So you could take 001 placard. What do you think of that, Mr. President?
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
I'd be glad to. I need to find some plunk somewhere and hold it up and batch on behalf of my dad and his classmates. I actually saw the list at one time of people that were on there, but the only classmate that I really remember well is obviously Professor Nomango, because they really stayed close friends the longest time. All right, then if there's nothing else to add, then I'll say everybody who's heard you, if you haven't bought your ticket, I tell you the Langa is going to be something. If you are not, then the rest of us are going to show up, and then you will be sorry you'll be sorry you did not get your own ticket. So get it while you still can, because they don't play. When they say they're sold out, they're sold out. When they say they're not selling anymore, they're not. So you will be like the 10 foolish virgins who come knock on the door and they say the door's closed. Too bad for you. So
and you can get your tickets from our website, www.SOBA-AMERICA.org. You can contact any member of SOBA Carolinas if to help you get the ticket. So there are many ways to get your tickets. And we look forward to seeing everybody.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
All right then. So you will take care. This has been the special happy Musics and Music Show edition right here. And we cannot wait. Maybe we're going to have them back to come and tell us show us proof, videos and pictures of the highlights of what actually went down. So thank you all and God bless.
Thank you.